Well, hello people. I hope you're all keeping very well. I'm heading today, people, south of Dublin City and staying in County Dublin, close to the border with Wicklow, to a reservoir walk. And if I forget the name of it already, I'll pull it up on the screen here, people, right? So stay tuned, my friends, right? I'm a month back from my trip to Switzerland and I'm finding it very hard to motivate myself to get out and about, right? In fact, I don't know if it happens to anybody else who goes on holidays, I'm sure it does. But when I come back from a foreign trip where I've done so much on the trip, you know, I kind of sink down into a mood, you know. I'm actually like a psycho when I come back from my holidays, my friends, really am. You know, because you have to come back to your normal life because you don't have loads of money to continue.
500 meters, turn right onto R150.
Okay, Susan, thanks a million. Yeah, because you don't have the cash, the money to continue that kind of a lifestyle. You know what I mean? Because you're living like a king, really. That's the way I feel when I go off on a holiday for a week. You know what I mean? And you know something? One of my sisters.
Turn right onto R150.
Okay, Susan, thanks a million. I love Susan, my friends. I love Susan. Where was it there? Yeah, it was one of my sisters, right? She's able to go off on holiday, right? And as soon as she...
150 for 2 kilometers.
Okay, Susan, thanks a million. Yeah, one of my sisters, she can go off on holidays, and as soon as she gets off the plane at Dublin Airport, she's back into normal Ireland life as if she was never off at all. I kind of envy her that, you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, I'm like a psycho, people, when I come back from holidays. I'm snappy, I'm irritable. Oh yeah, it's crap. Anyway, people, this is where I'm going. This is my first trip now since I come back. I'm back now over a month. And, yeah, as I said, I'm finding it very hard to motivate myself to get out and about. So stay tuned, my friends. We're heading to South Dublin, okay? On the borders between Dublin County and County Wicklow, okay? So stay tuned, my friends. It's very warm here too. 23 degrees here now. And you know something, people? I've know the air conditioner is broken in my car. And every summer when it's broken, I always say, I'm going to get that fixed. I'm going to get it fixed. Of course, I never do. If it's a choice between another holiday and getting my air conditioning fixed, I always go for the holiday, which is crazy. You know something, people? They should bring in a law, right?
In 400 meters, turn left onto Preston Park, R132.
Okay, Susan, thank you so much. Yeah, this is what I feel now, people. And I'm not joking here about when I'm saying this, yes, right? When it goes above 25 degrees centigrade, everybody in the world...
Turn left onto Preston Park, R132.
Should be allowed to walk around naked, right? We were born naked, my friends, so why not allow us to walk around our local...
400 meters, turn right onto R150.
No, I'm not going that way. I'm not going that way, Susan. No thanks, but I'm not going that way. So, anyway, yeah. Yeah, we should all over the world, we should be given free sunblock, right? And allowed to walk in the nip. Because you know something, people? You know, it's the most naturalistic...
Right onto R150.
Thanks, Susan, but I'm not going that way. I'm going up on the M50. But thanks anyway for the alternative route. I'm blathering on here, people. I'm just making conversation here as I'm driving, right?
Continue on R150 for 8 kilometers.
Okay, Susan. You know, we're born into the world naked, every single one of us, right? And some dickhead, I don't know who he was or she was, I'd say it was a he, definitely he, decided that Oh, you can't. You have to be covered up completely, and they call it the private parts, have to be covered up. And if you're seen walking down your local street or past a school or something, you'll be arrested for indecent exposure. You know, it's poppycock, my friends. We should be able to walk around in a real hot day, totally in the nip, with the air blowing around in our hair and down in our private parts. It's very, very good for you. You know what I mean? But I'm not joking you when I'm saying we should be allowed to walk in the nip when it goes above 25 degrees centigrade. I'm not joking with you. The only reason why we're wearing clothes is because of climate. That's all. It gets cold and stuff. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Religion is getting another big part to play in it. Anyway, people, that's a little rant about when it gets hot.
In 600 metres, at the roundabout, take the first exit onto the M1 ramp to Dublin.
Okay. Thank you very much, Susan. Much appreciated. Yeah. I was going to say something else there and I just can't think what I was going to say. Probably bullshit, my friends. Right, better stop blathering people, and I'll see us all down. I can't even think the name of the place at the minute, but we'll see us down there. Okay, take care, my friends. Take care. Well, hello people. As you can see, we're on a go slow here, almost at a standstill on the M50. All these motorways all over the world, they put in extra lanes, you know what I mean? And yet you'll still have it's like a car park. It must be a crash or something up further. But anyway people, I'm not in a hurry, but I feel peckish. So I want to find a restaurant or something, or a cafe to get something to eat before I go on my walk, my friends. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Still very warm here. Whew. Stay tuned, my friends. I'm walking the nip. You're allowed to walk on the nip according to Don's rules, right? Stay tuned, my friends. Well, hello people. I'm off the M50 now, and as you can see, some bad traffic here, right? And yeah, M50. The reason why the traffic was real slow on the M50 because there was a broken down lorry in one of the lanes, and I'm here now and I'm saying, where are they all going? You know what I mean? I'd probably, you know, and then they will all probably be saying, when they go home, the traffic was crazy, where are they all going? Mad, isn't it? Some days you could go through here or anywhere and you'll just sail through, and then all of a sudden then it's like
left onto Bohernabreena Road, R114.
Okay, thanks Susan, much appreciated. I'd be lost without Susan, my friends. Yeah, isn't it mad? Like some days there's the traffic is okay, and then other days for some reason then it's crazy. And you're kind of saying, where are they all going? And they're probably saying, where's that fella going? You know what I mean? Mad stuff, my friends. Yeah, so Google Maps told me it was an hour away, and now it's 25 to 2. So that's I'm an hour and 35 minutes driving now, and it's telling me it's still 11 minutes away because of the traffic, you know. So stay tuned, my friends, and we do this a little walk around the lake. Okay, I think it's a reservoir actually. Can't think the name of it. Begins with a B. I'll pull it up on the video here, people, right? So stay tuned, my friends. First video back of Ireland since I came back from Switzerland. Finding it very hard, people, to get motivated. Stay tuned. Right, people, so I made it down here. I'll read this piece here, look. So, Dublin Mountains Partnership. So, here's kind of a map of the area. So, as I said to you, I'm in South Dublin, very, very close to the border with Wicklow, right? County Wicklow, right? So, I'm in a place called Glen-na-Smole, right? I'll just read here, right? Welcome to Glen-na-Smole Valley. The Bohernabreena Reservoir supply approximately 35,000 households in the southern central part of Dublin City. Work began on the reservoirs in the 1880s to serve three objectives: flood control, a supply of drinking water, and water for mill owners. There are two reservoirs, the upper lake with cleaner water from the lower, non-peaty slopes providing drinking water, while the lower lake contains peaty water from the upper slopes which supplied the numerous mills down the Dodder. The Dodder is a river, people. The stone-faced channel, which runs parallel to the upper lake, brings water directly to the lower lake. Water is brought to Ballybowden, 7.5 kilometres away, for treatment. An impressive overflow system is visible at the upper reservoir. In 1908, the two lakes were quite bare around the edges. Now, with a mixture of planting and natural colonisation, there are a mixture of trees including larch, Scots pine, Corsican pine, Douglas fir, hazel birch, ash and sycamore. Bird species present include gulls, kingfisher, the dipper, grey wagtail, heron and moorhen. The main fish species in the lake is trout, and fishing is by permit only, which can be obtained through the angling clubs. Now, did you just get all that, people? I hope you did. Right, so let's do this walk, people. It's got a little bit cold now. Me talking about the heat there only a while ago in the car. Anyway, let's do this walk, my friends, okay? Look at this, people. It says, welcome to Bohernabreena Reservoirs, right? Did you know, on average, 650 tonnes of water leave the upper reservoir every single hour, 24 hours a day, 7 days per week, 365 days of the year. This volume covers approximately 3% of the Greater Dublin area's daily water requirements. Whenever possible, please help to conserve water usage. This 1,000 litre capacity water tank weighs 1 tonne. Now, there's more information that I never knew before until I came out in this walk, my friends. Look at this, people, look. Oh, it's great to be back in Ireland, my friends, to look at the Irish cow shit and the lovely green fields. Oh yeah, people, like every time I go on a foreign holiday, every single time, and I come back home, I'm like a lunatic. I'm snapping at everyone, and oh yeah, it's crazy. So I'll get back into the swing of things, don't worry. God, it's just lovely here with the breeze now. Although we had mad rain this morning, crazy rain at home. And I see more showers coming there. Oh, this is just lovely to be out. You know, Switzerland is a different environment, fantastic, right? Big, high Alp mountains, but you still can't beat this, I can't. The lovely green fields, you know, of Ireland, and the trees and the sheep, and the cow shit in the fields. Oh, it's just great. And look, the briars. The briars that have the lovely berries on them as well. You can make like jam out of those berries. Yeah, but berries, because the briars, if anybody watches the walk I done in Killashandra, and the briars, oh my God, done me head in. Stay tuned, my friends, on this lovely walk, right? Oh, this is great. See this bush here? I used to have that grown at home. I think, I'm not pronouncing it properly, Bujalia, but it's commonly known as the butterfly bush. You see it everywhere now, and it attracts the butterflies, you know, which is super cool. Right, we'll keep going. People, do you know they love about Irish farmers? Look, they improvise. Look, see this gate, right? And I look at the pier that they have the gate handle going into. Look, what they done was, they got these old drums, look, see that? And they filled them full of concrete. So that's the pier. Great idea, isn't it? Anyway, look at this lovely walk, my friends. Look, people, at the lovely cool farmhouse over here, look. See that? Oh, people, I just can't believe how getting out now is making me feel, you know. I'm delighted that I got out and start making more videos. Because I was saying, no, I'm not making no more videos, no, I'm packing in YouTube, because YouTube are sticking loads of adverts all over my videos, and it's cracking me up. And of course, I get paranoid in my head, thinking that people think, oh, that fella Don's travels and rants, he's a money grabbing dickhead, you know what I mean? And I'm not. Look at this lovely house, people, look, isn't it gorgeous, look. Yeah, I'm not, people. Look at this little dog here. Hello, little dog. Hello, little, come here. Are you going to say hello? I'll sit down here in this stone and we'll say hello. Yeah, come on over and say hello. God, you're not very friendly. Well, that's okay. That's okay, though. Okay, go home then. Normally the dogs are real friendly, you know. What was I saying there? Talking crap, wasn't I? Oh, people, I'm getting Alzheimer's. I'm getting Alzheimer's. I'm definitely getting Alzheimer's, because I can't remember what I was saying to you there. Right. Yeah, people, I remember what I was saying there about all the adverts all over YouTube, you know, and I go in and I try knocking them off, you know, and yeah, I don't know what I must have pressed something on YouTube that I shouldn't have pressed or something, I don't know, but yeah, I just get angry over that, you know what I mean, which I shouldn't really, but anyway, people, I'm in good form today because I'm actually out in the fresh air in Ireland, and I'm on this lovely relaxing walk here. It's gorgeous actually, and there's a young family ahead of me here. I don't know whether they're Japanese or they're Asian anyway, and they have a dog and a little child there as well, you know. It just looks so great, you know. See them out walking. see this plant here, people? Now, it looks lovely, doesn't it? But I think this is called ragwort. Like, that's actually poisonous to cattle, you know that? But it looks lovely here, doesn't it? Yeah. Now, dairy farmers wouldn't like to have that on their land at all. There's another butterfly brush. Lovely house there, isn't it? This road, people, must be like, there's gates back there, right? So it must be like just for the local people that have homes here or little farms here, you know. You can't drive up it, you know, so yeah. It's lovely along here now. Can you hear the water from the stream, look? Or listen, should I say. That's probably from that big massive shower we had this morning, you know. And the water's coming off the hills here and into the little streams. Sheep in this field. Just 2 of them actually, that's all. It's amazing where people live, isn't it? Like this is a real, to me now, it's a real private kind of a road, you know. But look at the little house. See that? Super cool. If you want to escape, people, away from the crowd, this is where you want to go, isn't it? I wonder, do you go down this way or? Let me see now. I'll go this way. Oh, people, look at the size, the little pony over here. My God, look at him. He's gorgeous, look. There's 2 of them actually, look. Hello, little fellas. Hello. Are you having a good day? Yeah? Eating the hay. So lovely little horses or ponies. Yeah. Aren't they lovely? Right. I don't know if this leads anywhere, this little bridge here, but or maybe it does into here. Hold on now a second. So that must be the upper reservoir here, right up here. But I'm just looking at the grass is kept cut here, and I'm just thinking maybe there's no signs here to say that I can continue to walk up this way. Now I should go up that way maybe and join the, anyway I'll go this way. Okay? Yeah. I wonder what this is for. I think maybe that's the River Dodder there, I'm not too sure now. It doesn't matter, my friends, it doesn't matter. Look at this lovely tree, look. Gorgeous. And look, people, this is sheep shit, look. Like they're like little black marbles. Well, people, if you have a field and you put sheep into the field, look, you'll have the field end up like this. You know, they're like lawnmowers. Sheep are. They're great. Right, up over this hill here now, people. lovely, isn't it? So this, I think, is the upper lake. This is the fresh water, the drinking water on this lake. Right, let's keep walking, my friends. This is lovely. That young Asian couple that I met there just passed by. They're having a picnic there. I didn't bring a picnic with me. I'm going to have to look for somewhere to go to eat. Let's go this. Dublin City Council Bohernabreena Spillway upgrading. It was completed in 2006. Right. There's a young girl there, right, see her, she's running, right, but she's got a small little dog. And I don't know how far she's running, right, but to be running a small little dog of that size, I don't know whether that's good for the dog or not. Yeah. That's mad, look, must be the farmer that put the pipe here, look, see the pipe? It's a Wavin pipe, and it's taking water from up there on the stream there, bring it across here and down. Loads of sheep in that field, my friends. You see, down here now, closer to Wicklow, the land is like hilly, right? So it's not really ideal for, say, arable farming, like, you know what I mean? You'd have lots of sheep farming down this direction now, you know what I mean? So, running down the hill here. Yeah, so that's why you won't see, you know, big arable kind of farms here, like with wheat or barley or maize or whatever. It's mainly sheep because of the landscape, my friends. This is lovely along here. There's lovely people, isn't it? People, you see them trees there, right? Now, maybe I'm wrong on this, but I think that people didn't plant them. I'm thinking that they may have been planted by seed, if that's possible. Maybe not. Maybe they were planted by humans, but it's lovely. And look at all the colour of the wild plants here. That's incredible, isn't it? Look. Now, doesn't that sound fantastic, doesn't it? And the quietness here, my God, incredible. Incredible, away from all the hustle and bustle, you know. and the bloody smartphone and 24/7 use that's not good at the moment, driving everyone bonkers. You need to be out here, people, in nature. I'm telling you now. I keep saying it. Look, there's red admiral. These are a real popular butterfly here in Ireland, the red admirals. Look, they're out here obviously getting food off these wild plants. Look. See them there? Ah, fantastic, people. That's fantastic. Medicine for the soul. Even though I don't believe in the soul, my friends, but you get my point, don't you? Very good for the mind, my friends, very good for the mind. Ah, people, I have to go over here to the water again. Listen to the sound of the water, my friends, as it flows gently down a stream. Look at this for fencing. Chicken wire fencing, my friends. Ah, look at that. And the ferns and the sunlight dappling through the trees there. The sound of the stream meandering on its merry way. You just can't beat it, my friends. You can beat an egg, but you just can't beat nature. Isn't that right? Stay tuned, my friends. Stay tuned. I'm just chilling here today, my friends, on my first video back from Switzerland. So stay tuned, my friends. Stay tuned. Right, people, so it's telling me to go this way to the upper reservoir. Look, what's this saying here? Look, tree of hope. That's cool, look, tree of hope. Hope, hold on, pain. Hope, hold on, pain ends. Always be positive, shine bright. There's more butterflies here, people. Look at this. Very good. Right, people, I'm now approaching the second lake here. But people, I think this is the upper lake because I'm after coming uphill here. So maybe this is the freshwater lake, the drinking water. And the one behind me that I was showing you there, that's not for drinking water, obviously. Do you know what I mean? Oh, look at here, look, gorgeous, look. People at the beautiful ferns. You know, people, our ferns is one of the oldest plants in the entire world, and so many different species of them as well. Aren't they gorgeous? Look. Now people, isn't that beautiful landscape to have a reservoir? Now, obviously, I'm sure that was natural lake, or if you want to call it, like the other one was, but they turned it into reservoirs. I think this is the upper lake. I think this is the freshwater lake. You know what I mean? The drinking water lake. This one. But yeah, look, the Dublin foothills, people, of Wicklow, next county, just up the road there. Oh, look at the forest. I know it's not the Swiss Alps, my friends, but look, it's still beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely. Stay tuned, my friends. People, I don't know the name of this wild plant here, but I call this plant a wanker plant. You know why? See this? If you've that in your garden, right, you can't really dig it up because it's the roots goes way under the ground. That's why I call it a wanker plant. Very invasive, you know. It takes over everything. Like weed killer won't kill it. You know what I mean? Because the roots are so far under the ground. Yeah, I call it a wanker plant. Anyway, still enjoying this little walk here. Look at all the blackberries. Someone's after throwing a pair of knickers in the oak there. Mad stuff, my friends, you know. Mad stuff. We're all mad, aren't we? Everyone. We really are. Knickers in hedges and... Oh, Jesus, people. What can I say? Oh, people, look at this little gate here in the field of sheep, look. Isn't it cool? Hello. Hello, Dublin sheep. Hello, County Dublin sheep. Are yous all keeping well? Do yous have the Dublin accent, do yous, no? The bleeding Dublin accent, you know what I mean? We're from Dublin. Now people, see those kind of little, tiny little berries there, they're not edible now, they'd be poisonous. And you see these here, look, the yellow or orangey kind of pips. Don't eat them there, I think they're poisonous. But the red pips, you can eat them, right? But don't touch the yellow ones. Okay? Look. Oh yeah, gorgeous. Here's a big one up here, look. I can't reach it. I can't reach it, my friends. Aha! Here's some here. Oh yeah. They're gorgeous, my friends, gorgeous. Blackberries. Right people, I'm going to just sit down here for a few minutes. I'm not going to go any further because I'm just not going any further. I've done over 3 miles of a walk there, right? So, and I'm hungry. So, I'm going to find somewhere to go for something to eat, right? So stay tuned, my friends. My first video back in Ireland after my trip to Switzerland, right? Hope you enjoyed this, people, right? Yeah. And look at the lovely scenery you're looking at. Okay people, see us back at the car. Right people, I'm back in the car. I'm just checking out places to go to get something to eat because I'm starving people, I'm really hungry. Or as you say in my local town in Drogheda, I could eat a horse. Yeah, that's what you say, I could eat a horse. Anyway people, I'm just looking here on Google and it's telling me that, well, There's loads of places, but I'm going to go to a place called Cafe Woods, and it's only 7 minutes away. So I'm going to get Susan to direct me to it, okay?
Turn right toward Ballinascorney Road Lower, R114, then turn right onto Ballinascorney Road Lower.
Okay, Susan, thanks a million. Awesome. Susan, lovely people. I just love Susan. Absolutely love Susan, my friends. Right, let's head to this cafe and get a cup of tea and something to eat, okay? So stay tuned, my friends, stay tuned. Right, people, made it here to this cafe called Cafe Woods, right? Let's go in and see what we can get here to eat, right? Lovely place along here, look. I don't know what this is. I see there's an ambulance over there, so I don't know whether it's a primary care centre or an old folks home or something, I don't know. Anyway, let's go, people. Look at the roses here, and they're gorgeous. Look at this. Wow. Yeah, it's a care centre, like physiotherapy and all that kind of stuff, people. That's what it is. Right, let's go over to this cafe and get a cup of tea for definite and a bite to eat, okay? So stay tuned, my friends. Hi. Do you do tea? Right, people. It's a nice little place here. They finished doing dinner at, they said 4 o'clock. It's nearly 4 o'clock now. And so look, I got a bag of potato crisps and a cheesecake and a pot of tea. There goes my dinner, my friends. Am I losing weight? Although I'm doing very good, lost over a stone in weight. So I'm doing okay, right? So stay tuned, my friends. Only €7.75 for this here, look. Which is very good, right, people? Stay tuned. Yeah. Get that back. Thanks a million, girls. That was lovely. Thanks. Right, people. That was nice, right? The first time I went to a cafe in a care centre, I was surrounded by people there in wheelchairs with neck braces and people on crutches with broken legs and broken arms and stuff. But anyway, it makes you appreciative, doesn't it? For a little while anyway. Yeah, so people, that was my first adventure back in Ireland since I came back home from my holidays. Hope you enjoyed it, people. A bit rough and ready, but the trip there to those 2 reservoir lakes, right, it was nice, right? So nice, I have to say. If you're into wanting somewhere to go for exercise and stuff, right, and to be out in nature, yeah, it's lovely, but I won't be rushing back to it, right, because not that it's not fantastic, right, but yeah, it's just you either like a place or you don't like a place. Now, a lot of the walk was kind of into the woods, into like wood each side of the thing. It was a bit kind of boring, really, right? But anyway, people, so that's it, my friends. Stay tuned for the next video. As usual, people, I have no idea where my next video is going to come from, but it's going to come from somewhere, so stay tuned, my friends. So if you like the video, please press the like, and if you're new to the channel, please press subscribe. And if you've got friends, tell them about this mad guy called Don's Travels and Rants. He's a dickhead, and tell him will they subscribe to the channel, right? It's free, okay? So until next week, people, as I said, I've absolutely no idea where my next video is going to come from, but it's going to come from somewhere. So stay tuned, my friends, and keep safe. Always keep safe. Okay, bye.